What it is, guys, it's you Dan, and we're back again with another episode of DreamWorks Dragons Legends of the Nine Realms. This is episode 14, I do believe, so let's just get straight into it and we'll pick up. We are on Horde of Riches. We're very close to getting all of the crystals done for the blue side and getting us able to go and work on getting the yellow crystals done, and then eventually doing the green crystals, which is the challenge mode crystals. So this is the next level, Horde of Riches. I've upgraded Thunder a little bit from the last video to this one. We've got some new enemies to fight. It's going to get a little bit more difficult as the difficulty has progressed throughout the game. They've increased the difficulty on getting all of the things, so you have to work a little bit harder. This is why I recommend this game be played on the Xbox, because it has the co-pilot system that they have built into the console, which is one of my most favorite systems that they have on the system for accessibility for people to play, because having that feature in there means that people with disabilities like myself who have disabled children, or there are organizations out there like Everybody Can, who having features like this built into games and consoles make it a heck ton easier for them to be able to get people who are differently abled to get involved and to join in with the fun, because at the end of the day, gaming should always bring us together, not keep us apart, in my opinion. As a person who relies heavily on gaming for their socialization, it is something that means a lot to me, and I feel that having the ability to do that is very important to me, especially. So I would always say that making sure that you're able to get everyone involved is a key thing. I always say that as a champion of accessibility, there are always going to be needs for games and developers to be more aware of this going forward, because the industry is changing and we will see more and more need for accessibility, and people like myself being champions of it will always help the developers come up with ways of creating more accessibility for more gamers, and that is key in my opinion, because the more that could be made aware for more people, the better. And yes, I know there are some people out there who will say, why would you expect a small dev or an indie dev or a publisher to focus on accessibility and stuff like that? Because it is everyone's right to have the ability to play a game. They shouldn't all games shouldn't be made accessible for everyone in the form of they should dumb them down and make them too easy. What I'm saying is that every person should have the opportunity to be able to play the game given their physical requirements and needs. So having features like co-pilot or having the ability to have remappable controllers and stuff like that is absolutely key. Colorblind features, text-to-speech features, because there are so many different people who game nowadays from different walks of life with different disabilities. That is an absolute key feature in my opinion. So making it so anyone with a disability is able to pick up and play the game is super important, whether they enjoy that style of game or not. It's a tool that every dev should be aware of, and giving everyone the ability to play is something I will always champion, because gaming is very important to me, and it enables me to get involved and play games with my son, my friends and stuff like that, and I would be lost without it, because I'm not the most social butterflies out there. I don't go out partying and drinking and doing stuff like that. I'm a homebody, so I always try and work out from home, socialize from home, where I feel safe and where I can control my environment, because growing up in the 90s, it wasn't all that great for people with disabilities. We were kind of shunned. So seeing the world of gaming and just in general improve and become more accessible and more accessible aware is something that I always will fight for, because it's something that's very important to me, and to people like my son and other friends that I have who have disabilities. And I think that that is something that a lot of people aren't really aware of. Especially, there are a lot of closed-minded people out there that believe that devs shouldn't have to, air quotes, pander to people with disabilities just to let them play a game. Now, that's just closed-minded in my opinion, and kind of ableism at its finest. And when that goes on, it just makes me sad, because gaming should bring us all together in my book, not keep us apart, because we're one community, with the gaming community, and that is something that speaks volumes to me. I'm very proud of being a gamer, and I always try and make sure that whenever I do my reviews, you guys have probably seen them, or if you haven't, there's going to be a link somewhere. You can go over and watch the playlist of all my different reviews. I focus heavily on the accessibility features of a game straight out the gate, because it's something that's important to me and should always be important to everyone, because in my opinion, if even the able-bodied talk about it and bring it to the forefront, it makes more developers and more publishers be aware of it and realize that this is something that isn't going away, that isn't going to just disappear in time. It's something that is and should always be kept mindful of, because everyone deserves the ability to play a game, be it Dark Souls or whatever, you know. We all deserve the right to play a game together and enjoy it, in my opinion, because after all, it's important, you know. It's an important thing in the world of gaming and accessibility for all, because just because we are incapable of doing certain things, like some of us are wheelchair bound or some of us have lower motor function than others, shouldn't stop us from being able to get in front of our consoles or pick up a controller and just play and have fun, you know. So I'm very much for championing that, and I always try and champion it as much as I can. I always try and keep it that people are aware that even if you have a disability like myself, or if you're less abled, or you have something like fibro or something like that, there are games out there, that there are devs out there as well that are mindful of this sort of thing, and it's something that, in my opinion, shouldn't be forgotten or overlooked, because it's something that should always stay in the forefront of everyone's mind, because gaming is a thing that brings us all together. So keeping that just there in the forefront of everyone's mind, in my opinion, will help make the industry better, because the more aware we are of everyone's needs, the more everyone's physical needs can be catered to. Because a member of my community, a couple members of my community have colorblind issues. Like, I'm gonna say their names: my partner Quinn and one of my mods, Cryptic. They have goitranopia, which is a color blindness. They can't see specific colors. And then there's also another one of my community members, which is Sin. Sin can't see specific colors as well. And trying to be aware of that is something I'm always trying to do. And even when I play games, I try and be mindful of that, and I keep the system aware that I can switch those on for them if I need to, and if they're struggling to see certain things. Like just the other day with Forspoken, when we was playing that on stream, Cryptic was struggling to see certain colors on the map, so he asked me, I was aware of it, and I turned on the goitranopia color filter for him so he could see things better, and he started to enjoy the game a heck of a lot more. And it didn't really make a difference to me, and it helped him. And that is, in my opinion, the best thing I could do as a content creator and as a as I'm a channel manager or a channel owner for one of my mods, allowing them to be able to engage and connect with the game and connect with the community through the game, even though he wasn't playing. It's something that's, in my opinion, very important. I know there are some people out there who disagree or will have a difference of opinion, and I respect those opinions, even if I disagree with them. And I think that they are very close-minded, because it happens. So that's just me talking about it, and I wanted to get it off my chest and talk to you guys about it, and let me know what you think, because at the end of it all, there are so many different people out there from so many different walks of life with different physical and other needs and requirements out there. If you have a disability, or you use one of those accessibility features like subtitles or text to speech, or you have the colorblind mode on, or if you turn off motion blur, what ones do you turn off, what ones do you keep on, and what ones do you feel are like the universal thing that should be in a game? I always turn on the auto pickup features in most games now, because it's easier on my hands, so I don't have to keep pressing those buttons because of the requirements of my motor functions and my ticks, because having accessibility controllers makes it easier, but sometimes that repetitive motion of constantly having to pick things up, I kind of rely on those now. It makes it a lot easier for me, and I can get more engrossed in the game. It's just something that I'm aware of, and I know some people aren't, and it's just something that I like to talk about. But I know that some people probably have an opinion, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on it. I think that accessibility is the cool thing that we should always be aware of, but obviously some people may disagree. And let me know what you guys think on that one. Sorry for going off on a ramble for the duration of this video, but it was a fun conversation I wanted to have with you guys. But thank you for watching. I feel like this is a short episode, because the fact that the level was quite quick and easy to get through. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love and support. And as always, guys, remember, like, comment, and share if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe if you do, and ring the notification bell and have it set to all notifications to know when we go live and we do other stuff out there. As always, guys, be safe, be well, have fun gaming, and I will see you in the next one. Same Dino place, same Dino channel. See you later, guys.